mountains, a cow, Bianca, Kanye, and milk. Some people see art. Some people see patriarchy. Some people see a man degrading a woman. Some people see nourishment and life force, the great mother, fertility. Some people see a man giving the nourishment of life through the filter of his hands into the woman, the divine feminine's mouth. What I find fascinating is that nobody's talking about the cow.
And the reason why no one's talking about the cow is because we've all been successfully conditioned to ignore the cow and focus on the celebrities in the forefront of the image instead. And the people who see this image as a psyop are 100% correct, because this is a classic case of truth in plain sight. The mountains are the embodiment of the divine masculine in its true, unshakable, solid foundations. Cows are the embodiment of the divine feminine, the mother, although in this image her baby is nowhere to be seen. And the part of the image that most people are focused on, which takes front and centre, is the embodiment of the distorted synthetic masculine in its power-hungry form, and the distorted synthetic overly schmexualized feminine. But most people call it celebrity culture. As you can see in this image, the distorted masculine is forcefully stealing the breast milk of the divine feminine and is feeding it to the distorted feminine. If a group wanted to rule an entire planet, the best way to go about it is by knocking the frequencies or the archetypes that govern that planet out of balance. They would dismiss and discard the divine masculine, and they would enslave and oppress the divine feminine. You take the divine feminine frequency, the mother frequency, and you destroy it. You take the maternal bond that governs this planet and keeps this whole planet in balance, and you turn it into trauma. You repeatedly R-word the divine feminine and repeatedly take her babies away from her, unaliving them if they're born male. You then turn it into an industry and make it global, so that maternal trauma then becomes locked into the grid of that planet. You then feed the product of that trauma, her breast milk, which is intended to nourish her baby. You feed it to the masses, cutting them off from their true nature as compassionate beings, making them spiritually weak and easy to control, easily governed. Once you've cut them off from nature, you make them worship you. You put yourself at the forefront of the image, so much so that they are completely disconnected